this is software as a service applications that are presenting juicy targets. And we've often covered this on some of our like threat research. Like when we talk about incident of the month, so like we're often talking about cloud applications. And yeah, there are a lot of people who can gain access to initial accounts and then use these software as a service applications to exfiltrate tons of information. And this is very, very profitable for ransomware gangs. It doesn't even need to all be under the same organization. Frequently, one group will be specialized in like SIM swapping or phishing, and then another group will be an actual ransomware affiliate and come in and take over from a certain point, because it doesn't make sense for the first group to expose themselves to any further risk, or maybe they're just specialized in what they do. So these attacks on software as a service applications are accelerating. And that's why if you've seen like an uptick in, I don't know, phishing attacks or like people trying to get into your work accounts, it really is an increased goal of these groups to try to get after these SaaS applications, and especially, you know, gaining Okta permissions to get into a bunch of other apps, being able to go through information that's maybe exposed to people who have an elevated role in within like a software as a service application. That's really where we're seeing a lot of these breaches we're going to talk about this week, actually, is an employee or somebody getting phished or downloading something they shouldn't have. And then, you know, it's not that employee's account necessarily that's interesting. It's the access they have and potentially gaining access to a larger environment.
The thing that I'll note about this particular article is, well, twofold. One, it talks about how they're using the stolen credentials to then leverage your SSO app, like your Okta or something like that, to pivot to different data stores. Last year, I did a presentation at Gartner where I walked through an entire threat kind of attack vector where we did exactly that. So it's funny and a little bit prophetic, I guess, to see that, you know, a lot of people in the security industry saw this coming, and now it's almost commonplace. You know, we're seeing it so often, it's been commoditized by these threat groups. The other funny thing too, that's more current to this year, is I believe that article also mentioned that when they compromise the user's account, they use something called Microsoft Delve to start to search for sensitive data in the organization's data stores. When I talk about that all the time in the context of Copilot. Copilot is sort of like the smart AI version of Delve, which surfaces all of these potential risks because data is overexposed in the organization. So I thought that was interesting and funny that attackers have now commoditized productivity tools for malicious purposes, and we've been warning about this for years now.